That's not English, Brian. It's German.
So what I told you is true, from a certain point of view.
Welcome back, everybody, to A Certain Point of View. We are live on a Monday evening. Thank you, everybody, for joining us as we are here to absolutely fill up your timelines with the craziest conspiracy theories we possibly can. We're having a little fun tonight. We're talking about aliens. We're talking about other stuff. Obviously, because everything going on in the world regarding last week's Congress get-together, if you will. We're going to talk some aliens, talk some UFOs, some other business, and then we're going to get to Barbie a little bit later in the show. 2 of the 4 of us have seen it, so it won't be any spoilers or anything, but we will be talking a little bit of Barbie towards the end of the show. But for the most part, taking you guys' questions, your comments about aliens and non-biological life forms, if you will, as they called it. So let's go and see how everybody's doing. It's the start of the week. It's Monday. Everyone seems to be hanging in there. I'm going to go backwards this time. Molly, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I had a very productive
Good start.
Monday.
Good start.
I love it.
I did it.
Good start.
We got up early to walk Hilo because if we wait past like 10 a.m., it's too hot. So we had to get up early to walk Hilo, and then we got a bunch of work done, and then we spent the rest of the day watching Rebels, and we finished season 4, which I am kind of sad about, but it's such a good show. I might just like start it all over again. Try to get one more round in before Ahsoka starts.
Yeah, 3 weeks. How long did it didn't seem like it took you guys long to watch it the first time.
No, and like we were only watching it 1 or 2 days out of the week. So we really spread it out, but if I wanted to just binge it all again, I probably could.
It's very bingeable. It is very, very bingeable. Mr. Brian?
I'm doing good. Actually in a really good mood. Work went well, first day back.
Wow.
Look at us.
2 for 2.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, it's amazing how happy air conditioning can make you. Like, especially when it's free. Because I found out I can control the air conditioning in my classroom, and I'm the only person on campus that can do that. And it makes me happy.
It's like your little secret.
I'm bad at keeping secrets. I've told everyone.
You lorded it over everybody else.
100%. Yeah. Surprisingly, suspiciously well. So I'm going to ride the train as long as I can. 2-2.
Love to hear it. 2 for 2 for so far. Jill, be at least halfway there. Halfway there.
Today was okay.
Okay, I'll take okay.
Monday was fine. I got off early because I had to go. After 3 years of avoiding it, my parents finally got COVID. So that kind of made my weekend a little shitty. My stepdad was in the ER. She got discharged today though, so all good there. But today was good. Weekend not so much. Although on Saturday I did go out with some of my friends, and we got one of my friends is a manager at a restaurant, and we were at the sister location, which was a rooftop bar in LA, kind of like over by the Fashion District. And we got $400 worth of drinks and food comped, so that was lovely.
Jesus.
Ooh, nice.
What the way to be wrong?
Nothing. Because she was a manager at the other restaurant, so like we were like, okay, we'll order some of our stuff, we'll order our drinks, then they'll most likely like bring us food because that's like what they do. So we expected them to just to comp like the food that like they brought us to try, but they got like the entire check. And we were like, So all the cash we brought, we threw it on the table to tip to the waiter. So we tipped like $135. So so we
It's a
gave him a
hefty
very
tip.
nice tip.
I mean, you
Yeah.
made someone's night for sure.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, we didn't pay for any of our food. We like pretty much tipped what we were planning on spending. So that was fun.
So were you told at the beginning that you were being comped or at the end?
So we went there because every month my friend gets food vouchers because she works there, and then it disappears at the end of the month, and then they like get different ones. So she was like, they expire tomorrow, we need to go. So we went to like use her vouchers, and then ended up not even using the vouchers because they.
Yeah, I was curious because like in that situation, if I was told ahead of time, like, oh hey, don't worry about it, it's gonna be on us, I'd be spending.
Oh no!
yeah.
And I like stopped drinking. I only got 2 drinks because it's downtown LA, so drinks were like $20 each.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna get 2 drinks, and like I stopped drinking because
Chill.
and then when they did, I was like, I could have gotten more drinks. I was like, God damn it!
Rookie.
I would have been like champagne.
I
Steak.
could have had more.
Yeah.
I could have had more things.
You just order things just to order them at that point.
Well, but we didn't
right?
know, like, because we thought we were gonna pay for everything that we ordered. So like we were being good, and then they
Sure.
were like, we got you, and we're like, well, thank you. But
At
like,
that point, you're like, okay, well, give me some more. Like,
I'll take another one. I'll take
Yeah,
5.
actually,
Give
I'm
me
not.
5.
don't end that bill. Don't end that
Give me
bill. Let's
5.
keep that bill open.
I'll do
Come
5
on.
more cocktails, please. Thank you.
Yeah,
Let's bring them all at once.
that's awesome. That's awesome. All right, let's get into it. Let's
Jake,
talk
you
about.
had something exciting happen yesterday.
I
You
did.
did.
I did have something exciting happen yesterday. We had the baby shower yesterday. Very, very fun. Came together very nicely. For those who didn't see it, I put it on my Instagram and Twitter, or X, whatever the hell it's called now. Because it officially changed. I did a little video and it was golf themed, Masters/golf themed. It was awesome. Our best friends hosted it for us, and they did an absolutely incredible job. And our family came from far and wide and hung out. And we did Arnold. I don't know if either of you have had Arnold Palmer's or John Daly's.
I've
Not
had
John
Arnold
Daly.
Palmer.
Yeah, so John Daly's basically the same thing, just with vodka. So,
Hell yeah.
and John Daly's a very, very famous golfer who literally drinks like 20 Diet Cokes on a golf round and smokes cigarettes while he's playing and everything. And it's just well known. And
And
so
I'm sure he's gonna live to be like 120 years.
100%,
That's all-
100%.
That's always how it happens. They're like, "What's your secret?" They're like, "I
100%.
smoke a pack a day and I drink 5 glasses of brandy."
So
every
he,
night."
so
Like,
he,
Like
he-
the old lady that drinks a Dr. Pepper every single
That's
day.
what
She's
I'm saying.
103.
The ones who live the oldest are the ones with the shittiest health habits.
Yeah, so he takes a golf cart during his rounds. He's a pro golfer. Everybody else walks. He rides a golf cart, smokes a cigarette, drinks Diet Cokes, and his son is actually a really good golfer as well. But yeah, so anyway, we had Arnold Palmer's and John Daly's, and then we did just a bunch of sandwiches, kind of like, just some finger foods essentially, and it was nice. It was very, very fun, and all the family and everything. So, and it wasn't too hot, which was very nice. We beat the
That's
heat,
good.
which was really, really nice. So, Andy, just so you know, because you're all across the world, an Arnold Palmer is iced tea and lemonade, and a John Daly is iced tea, lemonade, and vodka. So that's all they are. It's like the golf drinks.
Mm.
They're
very
and both of
tasty.
both of those guys are golfers, which is why they're the golf drinks. So, but yeah, it was fun. The house is, you can't see it on camera, and I'll never show it on camera, but there's just a stack of stuff going on over here from yesterday.
Presents.
So diapers and gifts and everything, it's just all there. So we're going through all that stuff.
Are you
right now.
allowed to open them like one a day, or how's that work?
She's not allowed to open them without me. We opened about half of them last night because we had to go to my mom. My parents grabbed a bunch on the way home, so we had to go pick up all those, and then we just threw them in the living room to get them out of the car. So we opened all of those last night.
Yeah, you got to get them all open before baby comes, or else you won't have time to open them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You need what's in there.
We still have about half left, not too much, but got a lot of good stuff so far. A lot of books, and to Gabby's disdain, a lot of Grogu stuff. onesies.
Disdain, more like it should be to great joy.
A lot of Grogu onesies. On top of what we've already gotten.
You
no,
might
she
be getting
doesn't.
more. Who knows?
She doesn't hate it. She doesn't hate it. Trust me, she doesn't hate it.
Wow.
She understands it. So, and to my surprise, not a single duplicate, which is shocking.
Wow.
That's like not a
Now you
single
just
duplicate of
jinxed it.
what is as far
That's
as
why.
clothes.
That's
anyway,
why I was
so.
comfortable getting the gift I got you, because I was like, if it's a duplicate, you can just put another one in another room. Like it's fine.
Well, for that, Jill, and by the way, thank you.
You're welcome.
We're going to try to put that on our list to put in the hospital room. I don't know if they'll allow it, but we're gonna try. So, that's actually gonna come very much in handy.
I don't see why they.
Sometimes they have super funky words, or not words, rules. I don't know why I said words.
That's fair.
Rules.
Yeah.
Because my aunt's a doula, and she's been helping us with kind of like the birthing plan and like
the
just
prep
what
and everything.
Yeah, just like all of it. And she's said some things, and I'm like, wait, what? Like it just it feels weird. So it might be one of those things. So yeah,
well,
it was fun. So.
It looked really cute.
It was super
cute. It was a lot of work. We were over there for 9 hours the day before prepping. So, but the majority of it was, I don't know if you guys saw the boards. We painted those and then.
I was gonna say they looked hand done.
Yeah,
but
we
like
did all that,
but like in a good way.
Yeah, so those took a little while because we had to paint dry and then do the other ones, and ended up really good though. Cannot complain in any capacity. So. All right, let's get to it. Aliens, UFOs, non-biological humans. Congress had a UFO hearing, as they are calling it, which is just such a weird terminology.
Don't you love where our taxpayers' money is going towards?
It's just such a weird. What a great just title to put in the newspaper.
Screw healthcare.
Congress's UFO hearing, right? Like.
Screw healthcare, screw rising house prices. Let's do a meeting about UFOs.
100%.
Why not?
Yeah. So look, they had a hearing last week, and I don't have the name of the gentleman off the top of my head, but
here we go.
We had a whistleblower, as they're calling him, basically reveal all of the secrets about the government and how UFOs and non-biological life forms have been in basically custody since the 30s. We've seen all kinds of things for decades. There's a program specifically set to it to, cover it up and get everything they possibly can from possible crash sites or get ahead of it if it's coming towards the Earth. Everything we've seen in the movies seems to be true from this guy. So I kind of just wanted to open the conversation, obviously, about this, but also just have a little fun, not talk as much movies and television entertainment like we usually do, and just kind of run down the road of conspiracy theories and what we do believe, and maybe if we do, what they look like, or what is their goal or intention, or just kind of have a little fun tonight. So I don't know who wants to start this off, but thoughts on aliens being confirmed to exist?
I have different thoughts, like different like opposing thoughts with it, because based on how gigantically enormous the universe is, the likelihood of us being the only intelligent life forms in the entire universe is highly unlikely. There's most likely loosely. Well, yes, but you know what I mean. You like human functioning type individuals. Like the likelihood of that being a thing is the universe is big, so like that's probably likely. On the flip side, I feel like if there were aliens that were hiding, wouldn't Congress know about that? So why do we need to have hearings about it?
Because he was leaking stuff that's
it's like a military thing.
Yeah, I feel like
military's the government, though.
Yeah, but not. And again, I relate all back this to like what I see in movies, but what we see in movies is that
Sean's over here correcting me.
What
If
we
Sean
see,
wants to come sit down and explore this conversation, we'd be more than happy.
I
He
feel
said
like
that's not how a security clearance works.
yeah, I feel like departments of the government and sections of the government, one specific side of the government may know about every piece of the government,
Does
whereas
Sean
one
want to
on
join
the
us?
They're asking if you'd like to join us. He has to put clothes on. He's currently not wearing any clothes right now.
Naked man talks
Um,
about aliens.
Naked
Oh,
man.
there you go.
listen,
That's a
naked
headline.
Man talks
Love
about
that.
aliens.
You need to
Love
give him
that.
one of those foil hats too.
Little
Yeah.
tin
Did you
hat.
get probed?
On point. And then, but also, why for some reason is it that we only see evidence of aliens in like the United States? Do we see evidence of aliens in Europe,
well,
in Asia, in?
I
mean,
feel
they
like
have
we
their
wouldn't
own
know about that.
governments that are probably
We're the-
trying to
yeah.
hide it.
there's
We live in the U.S. We don't care about anyone outside.
there's
of
no
the
way the Russians are sharing that with us. There's no way the Germans are sharing that with us. Like it's just not, that's not a thing. Like it's like anything else, right? Like they may be good as far as on an outside, they might have a good relationship, in the living room per se, but when behind closed doors, like they hate each other's guts and they're keeping all secrets they possibly can, and I don't know. I just
I'm with Jane's comment too. Why hide it in the first place? What's the point of hiding that information?
Because
Well-
Jill, look at how people handle normal shit, and now we're gonna tell them there's aliens.
I think it's the government wanting to like cover all their bases. So like if they do find alien stuff, they're gonna hide it until they can figure out how to weaponize it or learn
where
what
it
the
came
technology
from.
is. Yeah, like everything boils down to like
Terminator.
how
Essentially.
can we as a country use this
Terminator.
as a weapon
Terminator's
against other
about to happen.
countries?
Yeah, Molly, I'm with you. I think it's all about like the secret of power.
Hmm.
And even though like it might just be a life form, right? Maybe that life form can heal itself, or maybe that life form has been around for a very long time. So then someone inside one brain in one lab thinks to themselves, how can I study that to make sure that we have that capability?
Right.
Or
It's like
how can
the
that be an advantage to us?
It's like a reverse space race. We're not going out into space. We want it to come to us.
Which is so dumb.
Or the moon.
Like, have you
Just
not
saying.
watched Independence Day? Have you not watched Mars Attacks? Like, come on, people.
I just don't think aliens would want anything to do with us.
Well, so
Or
I'm in the
or
belief.
maybe they treat us like they sell tickets.
The South
and we're
Park
like we're like a
episode?
zoo. We're like a
The
zoo
South
to
Park
aliens.
episode.
Yeah,
Have
sure.
you ever seen this?
No.
Yeah, and
They-
the scrolls come here to watch us and look and laugh at us.
And they're
So-
like, look at these dumbasses living in their natural environment. We are entertainment to them.
100%. That's why they haven't
So
made
the-
themselves known.
So the South Park episode that Jill is basically referring to is that Earth is a mishmash of all the different worlds, and they just threw them all together, and it's a reality TV show for the aliens to watch. So, and that they cause all the conflict and everything's controlled. From
We're on Big
space.
Brother.
100. That's exactly what it is.
Maybe
fine with that.
Scientology was right all along.
Don't
Mm.
use it.
I'm kind of
Just kidding.
I'm kind of like in the, and this is just like I'm not fully in the belief, but I kind of look at it as like aliens knew about us for like they've known about us for a very long time. But they
Yeah.
look at us as
Have you
such
seen
an,
Stonehenge?
yeah, like well they look at us
The
as such an
pyramids?
inferior race that they don't need to
Mhm.
like we're morons compared to whatever other kind of life forms are out there.
Yeah, they're like
Because they
we're-
came here. They figured out how to come here in the blink of an eye, where we're still trying to reach 3 planets away or something. I don't know.
The
Like, it's
aliens
just-
came down, showed us how to make pyramids, and that was the one thing they could teach us to do, and they couldn't teach us to do anything else.
I don't
and
even
they
know
were
if they
like,
showed
"Fuck
us, Jill.
these
They probably
people."
did it for us. They
No, I
probably
mean,
held our hands and did it for
Because we
us.
were so pathetic and we couldn't do it ourselves. They're like, we're just gonna do it for you.
How could a human get that large of a stone brick up that pyramid? There is
I
no
don't-
possible way.
I don't love the theory that aliens were responsible for that because it feels like we're we're ignoring the fact that like so many people were enslaved
Yes.
to do that
Yes.
work,
Yes. Yes.
which we
No,
do have
definitely.
proof of
Yes,
that.
we do.
Definitely.
Yes, we
100%.
do.
So
Yes, we do.
Well, quickly speaking on the pyramids, I kind of like the idea that they were actually built underground. They were built down,
That is not.
and the world just kind of like leveled itself out,
I
and
have
that's why
seen
they
those
are like
theories.
that.
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
Well, that's like
I-
the that's
yeah.
that's like the Easter Island statues too. They discovered that there's like the heads are just like 30% of it. They actually have like full on bodies underneath the
Mhm.
ground.
Who knows what the world looked like a million years ago? Like,
Dinosaurs.
we don't know.
The pyramids weren't.
Well, that was
born.
65 million years ago.
Woolly mammoths.
Ice
It's
Age.
weird because like all this alien stuff, I'm like, okay, I do believe there are aliens, and I do believe that they have had to have been curious enough to like visit Earth. But as far as like what the government actually has, that's where it gets iffy for me, because this whole ordeal just feels like a giant distraction from other stuff that is happening in the world. Like they're like, look over here, look, aliens, and that's what everyone is talking about.
It's the shiny object.
Yeah,
Don't look at the man behind the curtain.
right. Meanwhile, we're having the hottest days on Earth in history. The government is in shambles. Like, I don't know. I want to believe that it's true, but then it's like, okay, great, show them to us, prove it, and they're not going to.
No.
So, just for the record, do all of us believe in aliens?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I want to make sure that's clear. I should have started with that.
I don't know like what they look like or like what they are like, but
I think,
like Jill said, there have to be some other life form out there.
I think the one that freaks me out more than anything is like the dimensions. Like they're traveling through dimensions, like Interstellar.
Yeah,
that freaks me out more than like.
I think that stuff's so rad, so rad.
If that freaks me out more than anything, because I'm just like, no, I don't like it. No thanks.
Alex read a book by Charles Soule called
he
Endless Vessel, and he was telling me about it, and it sounds really cool. It's like they figure out how to make these portals, and they're kind of exploring them, and it's just like a nightmare to deal with. And if anyone is interested in that and likes Charles Soule's writing, he said he liked it.
I feel like eventually, however long it is into the future, or if they're even doing it now, I don't know, but when we do figure out that technology of, light speed space travel, or if it is interdimensional or some kind of portal, we have 100% signed our death wish in some capacity. We're gonna do something. Gonna do something really, really dumb. I could be completely wrong, but I just feel like it might not be in the right hands.
I mean, we've already done that with destroying the ozone layer and like
causing that's what I'm saying.
Global warming. That's
Yeah,
already in motion.
That's honestly why I don't want kids. I just don't want them to have to deal with crap in 100 years.
New conspiracy theory. The aliens are the reason that the Library of Alexandria burnt down, because they were afraid that we were going to become as intelligent as they were if they kept all of the books in the Library of Alexandria. So they were like, no, we can't have that. And so they burnt it down. Because allegedly, if those books had stayed, we would be about 500 years more advanced than we currently are.
Interesting.
New conspiracy theory.
Isn't there kind of like an Avatar episode like that?
Probably.
Oh wait, Jake hasn't watched it.
When did that fire happen?
Like 3000 BC.
So okay, picking off that, because I am curious, because this comes up, a little bit here and there. Do you think that humanity at one point, way long a time ago, was more advanced than we are now?
Like Atlantis?
Kind of, sort of, in a way. Maybe Battlestar, something like that. Maybe not like on different planets though. Like maybe it was actually here, and something happened to where like just destructive boom across the planet or something, or it was a smaller group of people, and maybe it was like Atlantis, but they were just more technologically advanced than we are, and we basically had to hit the restart button.
I don't know, because aren't we like a relatively new planetary
I think so. Pretty sure.
Mhm.
object compared
In
to
comparison.
others? Because
Yeah.
like I think what we basically know of like evolution and like dinosaurs and whatever, like I think all that is basically what happened. I don't think there was like a civilized technological like group of people before any of that. Although that would be interesting because that would had to have been aliens that eventually like
Mm-hmm.
maybe they left and they were like, all right, we'll put these species on this planet and they'll eventually evolve into humans and then we can come back and laugh at them.
He's
We're
less
just
advanced.
I'm gonna make you guys watch this South Park episode.
We're just a giant game of Sims to the aliens, really.
Fair.
Or Zoo Tycoon.
Ooh.
However you want to look at
I
it.
love the Tycoon games so much.
I do
Roller-
So
too.
much.
Roller Coaster
I-
Tycoon was.
They
mine.
have phone apps for it. They're awesome. They're
That's
so
Zoo
good.
Tycoon was my jam.
It was not the same.
That's best. Ugh.
So the
I
stuff
want
that they
this.
actually talked about, did you guys watch the videos from
I watched
I saw
clips. I
some
didn't
of
see the
it.
full
I saw
things.
some
I saw
of it.
clips. Yeah.
It's crazy to see someone and like quite possible that he's lying under oath. It wouldn't be the first time, but to see someone telling the government in a situation like that, like, yeah, we found
Under oath.
non-human, what would they call it? Non-human biological.
Non-human biological life forms. I
Well,
think
the
is what it
rumor
says.
is that there were 6 of them, and 5 of them died, and they kept one, and he lived till 1952.
Yeah, which is insane to like hear someone say that in an official capacity.
Under oath.
Under oath. And again, could be lying, could be being paid by the government to orchestrate this whole thing. Who knows? I know a lot of people, including Ken Knapsack, who thinks this is all just like a weird cover up.
It's
Like-
an interesting timing. The
conspiracy
timing is
within
a
a
coincidence.
conspiracy.
Yeah. It just, it feels, something feels off about the way that they're doing it.
The guy that is doing it doesn't look like a trustworthy person. I'm just gonna say it. Doesn't
Straight
look-
white man? Nah.
Yeah, just
I'm
doesn't
kidding.
look.
Thank you.
Doesn't look-
Appreciate that.
He looks like someone who would be on like that Hitman game.
I don't think I've played that.
Oh, it's fun. He's and it's like he can say all this stuff under oath, but how are they going to prove him wrong? Like
Put him
how
on a
can
lie
you
detector test.
how can you prove that? But like that's not they can't that lie detector
know,
tests are
I know.
dismissible in court. Like,
There's
you
truth
can't-
serum out there, Jill. There's gotta be.
Yeah.
Well, and that's part of the reason why they had this hearing, and like some of the stuff that came out of it was like pilots in the military need a place in the within the government to like report stuff like this, because in the past they had been directed to like civilian related alien sighting type people to report this stuff, and like none of it had good like they didn't make good records of all of that stuff, like, and keep track of everything. So like part of this hearing where they were like, we need to like make an official section of the government to keep track of all of this, and maybe we should actually look at this a little more closely if it is true. I don't know.
How does everyone feel about Area 51?
That is interesting.
I like the Indiana Jones version of it,
Yeah, I do too. Actually, it's a good version.
where all the boxes are.
Yeah. And Yeah, it's I kind of, if it's related to aliens, I do like the Independence Day version as well, but
Where
not
they
obviously
kill
not
us
as
all?
many. No, not as many like where they have like 6 of them and they have a saucer and all that stuff. Like who knows, but just like it's just kind of like an army. Like obviously it's an army base out there, but it feels, out of all of the Area 51s we've seen like on screen, it feels the most realistic regarding aliens. I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's
I
just
always
funny that it's such a mysterious thing, and it's always been such a mysterious thing for all
Right.
of these years.
Right. It's kind of like the people who think the moon landing didn't happen.
Right.
Like it's like
Brian doesn't believe that.
we won't
Did
know.
it? Why haven't we gone back? That's all.
We
I'm
are
gonna say.
going back.
There's nothing there, Brian.
We are.
The government went and
And
they were
build
like, we can't.
housing and stuff.
Yeah, but it'd
We
be
went
more
to Mars. I
expensive
think
to-
if we went to Mars, we could go to the.
We have
goddamn
not
moon.
put people on Mars.
It would
put
be
a
at this
very
point
cute
with our
robot on
technology,
Mars.
it would be way too expensive to try to build housing on the moon or other planets. But when we get to the point of desperation, that will probably start to happen. And I like to think of when this planet is literally dying and like inhabitable, we'll be the aliens for someone else. We'll
Mhm.
figure out how to go through a portal and we'll take all of our people and ships and go invade someone else's planet and be like,
I think it's more
we
likely
have to live here
be
now.
like Wall-E.
What?
I think it's more likely to be like Wall-E.
Yeah,
we-
we just
Like
go
we're gonna live on a
in
spaceship?
in
Cruises.
space. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or underground
Xenon.
if it gets that hot.
Oh
on
god,
the,
Silo terrifies me for that.
yeah, on the surface of the planet, it's either space or we go underground.
I don't want to live underground.
I'm not going in a
Xenon,
submarine.
Xenon.
No.
No.
That's why being underground kind of terrifies me too. Just
Yeah.
like being confined in a space like that. Like a spaceship obviously is a big deal too, but
I mean, one
Um,
earthquake and the whole thing could be
done.
nothing.
Just in shambles. Millions of people, boom,
Yeah.
gone.
The
They
earth
just need
can't
to
be
build-
trusted anymore.
They just need to build a little place like for all mankind on the moon, and that will satisfy me.
Well, the place that had
If
a
we had a woman
subway,
president,
they had a subway there, and I think they had a Taco Bell up there too. And
On For All Mankind?
yeah,
Oh, I didn't watch season 3.
yeah. Oh my god. Okay, I have to ask because we haven't talked about it. If in fact there are aliens, and it is an alien, from somewhere deep space, another planet, whatever, what do you personally view or think that they would look like? They look like us? Are they the little green men? What is?
I think it's like Secret Invasion. They already probably look exactly like us, and we'll never know.
But
I think
that's
they
not
look-
their regular form.
I don't know. I think that there's a chance that they might look different, but I have a feeling they're going to look the same.
I think they look drastically different. Like
Yeah, so do I.
nothing like
would-
what our brains could comprehend. Kind of like what was the Jordan Peele movie?
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Yeah.
Giant.
Just whatever that thing was. Like they're just
Blankets.
completely beyond our conception of what a being would look like.
Jill.
I think it would depend on their environment, because
Okay.
we look how we look because of our environment. So it depends where they live. Do they live on a planet where it's 99% water? Maybe they got webbed feet and webbed toes. Who knows? Maybe they can breathe underwater.
I like
Don't
that.
know. It depends on
like
what
that.
their environment is.
If anything in the Bible is true, I hope it's that angels were actually aliens.
Have
because
you
they're-
seen biblically accurate angels? They're
Yeah,
goddamn terrifying.
They write about how terrifying they are, and they're saying because it's angels, and I'm like, those are aliens.
Aliens. They got like 18 eyes and like 12 wings, and like,
Yeah,
they're terrifying.
Those are aliens or
That's
demons.
That's an alien. That's an alien.
I like basically how the Eternals set up aliens. like all the gods that are in myths and stuff were actually aliens.
Hmm.
That I think is the coolest thing. Like
Yeah, you look back at a lot of different versions of our history, and a lot of it could be attributed possibly to aliens.
yeah. What if Jesus was an alien? Just saying. That would be
Jesus.
wild.
Jesus.
They forgot the accent, is what Brian is saying.
Jesus.
No, I
They just
know.
forgot to put the accent on his name when they were stoning the tablet, right? They just forgot to put the
They
accent.
forgot.
The little squiggle.
Yeah. All right. Any other crazy conspiracy theories stuff?
I've got fun ones.
Okay, we don't have too much
Okay,
time, but
Is
go
it about
ahead.
aliens or no? Why does my camera keep adjusting?
Because you keep moving.
Well, whatever.
Go ahead. Brian.
This is personally one of my most favorite ones. All mattress stores are money laundering stores.
There's always money in the banana stand.
There,
I thought this was alien related.
Yeah,
I thought
You did say conspiracy theory.
Yeah,
that's true. That's fine.
All right.
That's fine. I just
I
thought
mean,
we were
every-
keeping it extraterrestrial a little bit.
Do you never
That's
buy
okay.
new mattress?
I do, but why are there mattress firms across the street from each other?
Are there?
How? Yes.
You could say the same thing about car dealerships.
That's different.
How?
There is literally mattress firm on corner and corner.
And
a
there's
store.
and I live by the what is it? The Seal Beach Auto Center where there's like 19 different car dealers and the
What about Home Depot and
Same thing.
Lowe's? They're always next to each other.
Chick-fil-A and Raising
That's
Cane's.
competition. I'm talking about the same companies.
I've never in
Look it up.
ever seen
I'm
a
looking at.
mattress firm next to each other. Two of them next to each other.
Here, I have one right here.
Yeah, all of ours are pretty spread out. I mean, there's a lot of them, but everybody needs a mattress. So
Okay, look at this. This is in. How do I zoom in?
You could probably do the same thing with Taco Bell's or Starbucks.
But look,
well, look at an actual map. Don't look at this website with a picture.
Yeah, how do we know that those are actually still active?
okay, fine. Let me. Where is this?
That could be
Chicago?
that could be Starbucks
Illinois?
stores.
I was going to say Illinois because you say DePaul. It's
Is
Illinois,
mattress-
Indiana. It's
Just
right there.
okay, mattress or not mattress? Chicago. Let's go mattress firm. Hold on.
Oh no, is that Chicago?
Yeah, Chicago.
That's
it said-
Chicago. Yeah.
Hold on, I don't trust my search history.
Maybe it's like a Denny's. You can't go to that one. You got to go to the good one.
I've never heard of this conspiracy. Never.
I haven't
You really
either.
haven't?
I have. I've heard of it.
So you're saying that like it's just for let's put it out there like the cartel to launder money?
People buy mattress firms to launder their money, like a franchise.
I don't feel like I don't know.
I
I
mean,
don't feel like that's a viable enough of a business to
Exactly.
launder money.
Exactly.
That wouldn't work. You want like
People
a
aren't just
restaurant
interested-
or
Everyone needs a mattress.
Don't you want a place to be a little busier though? That like I
Yeah,
feel like
that's what I'm
any
saying.
day I would walk into a mattress firm and no one would
That's
be
why
in there.
there's so many. Because you can put little bits all over.
Well, also some people can't travel very far with a brand new mattress, so that's why there's more of them.
and also you buy mattresses once like how many years?
7.
Like a long
Exactly.
time.
So why do we need so many?
How often do you buy a car, Brian?
That's the car dealership argument.
How often do you
I
buy
like
a
I
car?
like Mike
How often
K's
do you buy a couch? How often do you buy a refrigerator?
laundry mat over a mattress. Laundry mats seem much more, and they're not around as much obviously anymore. But back in the day, for sure, they were on every
laundromats
corner.
Make good money.
If you said Starbucks, Brian, I'd agree a lot more with the Starbucks because those are
Yeah.
literally on every corner.
Yeah.
Those
No,
are
Yeah, because people were crackheads for coffee. That's just absolutely. That one. Yeah.
This is a great point. Fire spray, thank you. Do people pay cash for mattresses?
That's my friend Paul.
Okay. Well, Paul, you just
Paul.
proved Brian wrong.
Wait. Do people pay cash for mattresses?
Why? Yeah, it's only.
Some
It's
people
only.
might.
It's only. You can only launder money if you have cash.
The people that need the money laundered, cash.
I feel like you're doing everything you can to make yourself believe this.
Yes.
I'm not doing a good job because I watched a thing about it and I can't.
As soon as I made the car argument, that just went downhill, I think.
No. If I could figure out what the thing was, I'm just doing a horrible job at going after and explaining it.
I mean, I think I would pay cash for a new mattress. Maybe not cash, but we would either write a check or.
When
use
is the
a
last
debit card.
time any of the four of us have walked in a mattress store?
2 years ago. Last year.
I
4
ordered
years
mine.
ago.
I ordered mine on a website.
Several, yeah. The last mattress we bought, we had it delivered
Same.
during the pandemic.
Yeah, we bought ours right after our wedding. It was what we used most of our money for, is buy a king mattress.
We bought ours before the pandemic.
Not a queen.
Although the one we bought before that, we did go to a mattress firm and nobody was in there. And I jumped on every single bed.
You gotta.
Crap, I can't find the other one that I had.
While Brian is trying to prove his point, Molly and Jill, do you have any conspiracy theories?
I'm bad at keeping track of conspiracy
No, that's fine.
theories.
That's fine.
I never have any good ones.
The Kennedys killed Marilyn Monroe, and the government killed
Oh.
John F. Kennedy.
100%. That's yeah.
That's definitely true.
Mm-hmm. That's
Ha!
conspiracy.
Thank you.
2.
Literally 2.
So all of them are.
It's the
That's
two
fine.
that got stupid enough to get caught.
I bet there's a bajillion places that are laundering money.
Yeah,
Not just
100%.
mattress stores.
The amount of money that's in the world, 100%. We've all seen Ozark, 100%.
I haven't seen Ozark, but I know it's about.
Oh, you gotta watch
I
Ozark.
haven't seen Ozark either.
Oh my! I'm the only one that's seen Ozark? Oh,
So we've all seen
hell?
Ozark.
what the hell?
My friend's dad told me I'm not allowed to step in his house until I watch that show.
Ozark is really, really good. Really, it's all about money laundering.
Yeah, I know.
He launders money for the cartel. It's fantastic.
Does he work in a
Probably through
mattress store?
firms.
No, he funny enough, actually, I think the very first episode he's working for a car dealership.
Car dealership.
and then they have to move, and they move to the Ozarks, and to start they run it through, I think it's a motel, and then they get a casino and that type of stuff. So it's kind of like the classic laundering spots, but does it very well. It's a bunch of different places.
I'm
pretty sure
the fried chicken restaurant. Classic.
That's good. That's good.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
What is everyone's thoughts on Bigfoot? I'm curious.
On
Bigfoot 100% exists. 100%.
I think the picture, the famous Bigfoot picture, I think it's fake.
And maybe he doesn't look like that, but I think he exists. I think he's out there.
I don't know.
He's out there. He's just chilling.
Yeah, I think he's chilling on a hidden lake in the middle of a mountain somewhere that nobody's ever figured out. Because there's water on mountains. So.
On it.
I wouldn't be bothered if it were real, but I guess I just think it's not real.
If it's real, cool. If not, cool. I don't really have an opinion on it.
That's fair.
I definitely think the Loch Ness monster is fake too.
See, I'm more likely to believe that one.
Me too. I'm more
Or I
likely
think
to
it-
believe
I think
that
it's-
than I am.
Something, but I don't think it was a dinosaur. Or
I don't think it looks
monster.
like all the visuals we've seen, but I think it's out there. I also really love the movie about the Loch Ness monster, where the kid finds a Loch Ness monster in its hidden cave. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie. I don't know the name of it off the top of my head.
Pete's Dragon? No.
No. It's very similar though. It's very similar to that, but it's about the Loch Ness monster. Someone will probably say it in the chat. Okay.
I
All right.
swam in the lake, and I've been in the lake where that thing originated. Not the Scottish one, the American one.
Wait, there's an American Loch Ness monster?
Mm-hmm. It's in between. How do I describe it? It's like in between Vermont, New York, and Canada. It's like kind of like right Lake Champlain, I think it's called.
That makes me think it's even more fake if there's an American
Its
one.
name is Nessie.
Oh,
So like the Loch Ness monster.
yeah, that's literally the Loch Ness.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think
thought-
isn't there one in? Oh, is it Campy? No, I thought it was Nessie.
Nessie is the Loch
Nessie
Ness.
is
monster.
the Scottish one.
Oh. Maybe I'm mixing my conspiracies up.
So I think the movie I'm thinking of, by
That's
the
what
way,
I'm
is called The Water Horse. I could be wrong, but
The water
Just-
horse. I've heard of it.
just putting it out there. I could be wrong.
Campy. Okay, it's been a long time since I've been there. But yeah. Lake Champlain.
All right,
Really
let's go.
Think of the other one that I had. We don't believe in the chemtrails, right?
No.
I think that one's stupid.
What is that one?
The airplanes, like when you see like the trails behind airplanes like in the sky, like people say it's like a toxic like chemical something
Oh,
About, like,
Controlling us.
controlling us or the weather or I don't know. It's dumb.
Oh, I remembered it. Okay, sorry, I got excited.
Jesus Christ.
I hope this one's not real because that really pissed me off. That we already have cures for like cancer.
Oh,
AIDS.
but they're not selling it because it's not profitable.
that
No, it's not that it's not profitable. They're keeping it for the people that they
Oh,
want.
like
The
the
one
wealthy.
percenters.
Mhm.
The one percenters.
for the president for
Unfortunately, I
Like-
wouldn't be surprised if
Yeah,
that was an
me too.
actual thing.
yeah.
Me too.
I don't want it to be a thing, and I would like to not believe that's a thing. But if I found out it was a thing, I would be like, wow, color me shocked, because I would not.
I really, really hope that that's just so. I don't know. It just makes me curious. Like, how did Magic Johnson survive this long? That's what I don't understand.
Well, because he was lucky because when he was diagnosed, they had medicine for it.
Yeah, I mean, if you catch it early enough, you can treat it, and like, there's tons of people who
Like if
live with
If-
it and have it go
yeah.
into remission, and then sometimes it comes back, sometimes it doesn't.
South
if Freddie
Park made
Mercury
an
was
episode.
alive today, he'd probably still be alive because of the.
Well,
Because
if he
of
was
the,
alive today, then yes, he would be.
Well, yeah, but if he was diagnosed today, I mean, if he was diagnosed today, he would
Yeah,
still be alive.
because the advancement of medicine and all that.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I think wasn't Magic Johnson diagnosed in like the 90s? I don't know.
And
Don't ask
I
me.
Freddie Mercury was dead by then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't follow like sports that much. / don't care. All of these are on South Park, by the way. Their theory for him is that the cure is money, and you blend it up and put it in a. So yeah.
All right, let's go and shift gears. We'll talk about. I'm sure conspiracy theories will come back up on the show at some point later on, while we have them. Let's go and talk a little bit about Barbie now. Just for everyone watching, this is going to be non-spoiler. Myself and Jill have not seen it, so Molly and Brian will do the majority of the talking about their thoughts, and we'll kind of filter in on if something comes up that we can speak on. I do want to start the conversation off by
Yeah,
a
go
super
ahead and
chat.
read that super chat.
Left by Mr. Tim Sim. Thank you so much, Tim. Wow, we are seeing $1 billion Barbie at the box office. Oppenheimer possibly being the next 11 Oscar-winning film, and the MCU back on a frustrating low from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3's high after Secret Invasion's disappointing finale. Yeah, I mean, personally, I don't really want to talk about the latter because it's pissing me off too much. So I'd much rather talk about Barbie and Oppenheimer. Thank you for the
Piss off
comment,
as in
Tim.
like it was bad.
Yeah,
It's just,
Secret Invasion.
it's just.
I never started the series. So
Is
I
a
don't
very
know.
So good, and then just-
all I'll say is that it was a very left turn ending from where it was heading. Just kind of a, yeah, I don't know.
It turned in like, wait, what?
That
It's-
picture of Amelia Clark with what's his name's arm looks
Uh-huh.
awful. I don't know who
Yeah.
approved that.
Yeah.
It's all wrong. The
I
proportions.
forgot Amelia Clark was in that series.
Yeah.
It's wild.
They made a lot of decisions that at the moment don't really make sense for everything going forward. So put it this way, Jill. They made Amelia Clark the most strongest character in the entire MCU.
And it would be pretty hard
Over everybody. Anybody we've ever
Bas-
met,
Yeah.
over everyone.
Basically, she has the ability to like turn.
Don't spoil it for everyone.
Oh well, I thought that's what we were talking about.
No. We'll talk about Barbie. Talk
Okay,
about
okay.
Barbie first, because I do want to hear you guys' thoughts. I mean, obviously, it's been out for a few weeks. Just little stats on it. It just broke the Dark Knight's record for the second week in theaters, in the middle of the week, not weekend, like the middle of the week. The Dark Knight previously held the record for how long, or it might have been The Rises. I think it was the first one, Dark Knight. And Barbie broke that. It's on pace to make an enormous amount of money. It's a big conversation. I'm personally not really surprised. It's a huge property. It's got big names attached, and it's very well received. It makes sense. But yeah, Molly, Brian, I'm curious to hear everything on you guys. So
The way they marketed Barbie, like, that's gotta be why this did so well. That and like the whole meme situation with Barbie and Oppenheimer. Anytime you can make anything a meme, it's gonna blow up in popularity. But
Unless you're Morbius, then it won't.
Morbid.
I mean, lots of people talked about it, and then they thought, "Hey, we'll put it back in theaters, and people will see it." And everyone was like, "Nah, I'm not paying for it."
They only made $25,000 after that. It was the funniest thing after. They were like, "Oh, everyone's talking about it. Let's put it back in," and they made $25,000.
But Barbie was great. We saw it. Me and Alex saw it on Friday, and I loved it.
I went. It's funny because I've been saying forever how long I was looking forward to this movie. I went into it expecting one thing, so it kind of threw me off watching it. And by the end of it, I was kind of like, in a way, disappointed. But like the more I sat with it and like realized things, I absolutely loved it. And I want to see it again, knowing what I know now. Because I think that this is a movie, as the siren goes by, this is a movie that is going to get better the more you watch it.
Mm-hmm.
And the more you catch things. Because there were things never in a million years that crossed my mind that a couple days later I saw on TikTok and I was like, holy crap. Like, that was a layer that I just completely missed.
Yeah. I'm curious about what you thought what you expected and didn't get.
I expected stupid funny.
Stupid funny. Okay.
Really?
Because it was a lot smarter than a lot of people expected.
I expected it to be stupid funny. I expected it to be very casual. Like casual, stupid funny. And this movie is very deep.
I never expected that with Greta Gerwig directing.
See,
as soon as Barbie said, "Do you ever think about dying?" I didn't expect it to.
Yeah,
be
like it's not like
Yeah.
Adam McKay, and Adam McKay is a different director than he was 15 years ago. But I mean, it's Greta Gerwig. Like she's.
I know. She's my favorite director, so I don't know why I went into it thinking one thing, because Lady Bird is literally my favorite movie, like of all time almost, and I loved Little Women, so it's like I know her style. Both are very female-driven, powerful stories. So I don't know. I think I just, my brain seeing all the funny commercials and whatnot, just it shifted it. Because I mean, like I said, she's literally my favorite working director. directed one of my favorite movies of all time. So I don't know. I think if I went and watched it again, everything would drastically change as far as liking and knowing why certain things went certain way, did certain things and stuff like that. Because
Yeah.
the movie's visually, that movie is out of a dream. Like,
Yeah.
it's insane.
Yeah, they spared no expense when it came to just the look of everything. Barbie Land, like every little detail of Barbie Land is incredible.
It's, yeah.
And the traveling transition scenes where they're in like the car or the boat or whatever, the way that they did those sets is so
Mhm.
cool and like old school. It was all
the
those, like
moving
layers, yeah, of like real stuff and not
It's
CGI.
Like the waves look like cardboard. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's the old pedal type thing where
Mhm.
it's a conveyor belt.
It makes it look like a dollhouse or a doll atmosphere, which totally makes sense.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Elf when he like
Yes.
goes through the candy cane whatever forest and but yeah,
It-
it's the biggest thing that I took away from the movie was because of all the like negative views on it from a lot of men who are choosing to see it negatively. It's crazy because like it's once you get to the end of the film, you realize this is equally empowering for men as it is for women. And I don't know why people aren't seeing that or they just don't want to see it.
They're seeing the obvious target.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're not listening.
If Barbie's character 1 and driving the main story, Ken is character 1.2. It's like right there. It's 1A and 1B. Like, it's literally right there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, he almost does equally as much stuff as she does. There's a reason that they are together the whole entire movie.
Yeah, he's
separate stories.
He's equally represented throughout the movie and has like his own storyline, and it wraps up really nicely at the end. So I just don't. It's frustrating that people are choosing actively to not see that part and ignore it. And be like, oh, this is teaching people to hate men. I'm like, it's not though.
It's literally teaching you how to not be a douchebag.
Yeah.
Like, among other things.
Yeah.
Like horses. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how people are hating. I feel like the people that are hating on it are literally just hating on it just because.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, what did you expect? Like, people are like, they made Barbie. I don't even know what they're saying. Stupid. I've blocked it out so much.
It's just toxic masculinity. It's I mean, it's them being like, oh, patriarchy isn't real, and like, it's so embarrassing to see people act like that because they're so wrong. But
yeah, I don't know. I want to talk about the thing that I love more than anything and it's not even the actual movie. It's the people going to the movie theater, and it's like an experience movie that I haven't seen in a long time. It's I didn't go the midnight showing, Thursday one or whatever. I went Friday because every ticket was sold out where I was.
mm-hmm.
I didn't think it would be that bad, but it was everything, front rows and everything. So I went early the Friday morning, and when I was sitting in the lobby, was first off, it was a sea of pink. I've never seen anything like it before in my life. Every shade of pink in the whole entire world. And I didn't even realize it. I was head to toe in black going into the movie theater. So
I didn't wear pink either. I was so disappointed in myself.
I literally didn't even think about it. I was like black pants, black shirt, black shoes, black hat. I mean to.
You're just trying to stand out.
Yeah, I looked like I was going to a funeral in the sea of pink. But the thing that I kind of like was eye-opening and kind of almost like a little bit jarring was seeing like you could see like the generational like grouping at the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like grandma's mom, great-granddaughter. Like it was just literally like I haven't seen the only other like pre going to a movie experience I've ever seen like that was Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Black Panther is seared into my mind because I've never seen people dress up head to toe and just like, and not just like, oh, you go see Avengers and they're all dressed up as like the characters. No, this is like head to toe in their own outfits that they did. I don't know. It was so cool. I sat out in the lobby and just people watched for like 20 minutes before the movie.
And like all those different generations are represented in the Barbie movie. And like with Barbie and with Black Panther, people want to see themselves represented on screen. Like I think Blue Beetle is going to be a big one for that too.
I hope so.
And it's just like so important for filmmakers to keep that in mind, because look how popular the movies are when people realize, oh, I'm going to be able to see myself in this and like feel represented.
Yeah. It was fun. It's honestly it's one of those ones like I said, Black Panther that's going to get burnt, like seared into my brain. Just seeing, because when you see things like that, you're just like, whoa. Like literally the whole entire lobby was just a sea of different shades of pink. I've never seen anything like it before. And people were just so happy going in and out of it. Like, it was fun. It was, and I went by myself. And I had a blast. So this is one of those ones that like I encourage people to see it. Like my mom is like super like, I don't want to see it. It looks dumb. Like I'm gonna probably physically drag her to the movie theater.
Yeah, it's probably like the first movie a lot of women have actually gone out to the theater to see in a long time. Because like even my mom was like, I wouldn't mind seeing it, and I was like, Mom, you haven't been to a movie theater since like the 90s. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
So.
it was fun. I honestly can't even. I think I maybe saw like 2-3 men in the whole entire showing that I was. If I'm not.
There were a lot of men in the one that I went to, and there were a lot of men there alone, which I was happy to see. Because I've been getting a lot of like comments and just seeing a lot of people talk about. I posted this on Twitter of men saying like, yeah, it looks all right, but I would never go see that by myself. I'm like, why not?
Why?
And some people would say, well, I don't want to look like a creep. And I'm like, I don't think
it just makes you look insecure.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're not confident in your own masculinity to not see the Barbie movie, I guess.
Yeah. Like you would go see an animated movie maybe by yourself. Why not the Barbie movie? And it's like, well, it's not for me. I'm like, you should see it. It is for you. It's for everybody.
I guarantee you, if it was named something else,
Ken.
It's the fact that it's named Barbie that those type of people are like, I'm not going to go see a Barbie movie.
I would have gone if I wasn't waiting for Gabby. I would have.
Yeah.
I wanted to. I would have seen it that weekend, or because I chose to see Oppenheimer Thursday night when they came out, and if I wasn't waiting for her, I would have gone at some point just because we can't do with everything going on 8 o'clock movies, like that's late for us, and so we have to go to time that works out for us, mornings or early afternoon, and we just haven't had time to do it yet. So we're hoping that maybe this weekend we get a chance to go see it, and because she went to one of our good friends celebrated her birthday the weekend it came out, that Friday. They had a birthday party dinner downtown. They all wore pink. Gabby went to the dinner, and then afterwards they all went to a 10 o'clock movie. And I picked her up before the movie started just because it was too late for her.
Mm-hmm.
But they all wore pink. They all went. There was like 14 of them, all dressed in pink. I mean, you don't see stuff like that. And not just regarding like, the women or the trans or anything like that. Like, but for filmmakers in general, like this movie shows that you can literally do whatever you want with movies, and people will go out to see them if you're given a chance. Like, and specifically for studios too. Like, the studios need to look at this movie and really understand that you don't have to make the MCUs or the big gigantic Transformers or anything like that. Like, you can make a movie like this as long as the process is in place and you have people who are willing to do it and it's good. People are going to go out and see it. Like, whoever would have thought that Barbie would outpace The Dark Knight during theaters or become a $1 billion movie this quickly, or and I'm not like, Chris Nolan movies are incredible, but and they don't always make a ton of money, but just destroyed Oppenheimer at the box office, even though Oppenheimer also broke records. Like, this is a big blueprint for a lot of things going forward with this type of property. Like, I'm hoping that the industry really takes note and we see more stuff like this. Not necessarily like other dolls and stuff like that. Like, I don't need that, but
instead Mattel is like,
have you seen the Mattel list? Have you seen the list of movies they have in development?
American Girl, Hot Wheels.
Some of them are.
Polly
I
Pocket.
understand the Hot Wheels one because you can definitely make something.
The Magic 8-Ball better be a freaking
horror
scary.
It be a horror movie.
It could survive as a horror movie. That I would be on board with.
There's no other way you could do it. How else would there's no other way.
Yeah, I'm just
even if it's a horror comedy, it's gotta at least be spooky.
Give it to Jordan Peele. I was just saying in general, like the originality, like just. I hope this movie kind of makes a shift because over the last 5 years or so, and it's not the MCU's fault, but because they did so many things so well, people started picking up on that and wanted to follow those steps. And I hope that this is one of the movies that shifts the tide backwards, because we haven't had those middle ground movies. Even though this was made for a lot of money, I get it. We haven't had those movies that aren't gigantic superheroes or big action blockbusters or whatever. And I want to see more of those because those are just as important. As important.
I think it goes along with what you said, Brian, where it's generations of women want to see this movie. Mm-hmm. So if they would just make more movies that like applied to a wider audience, that would get more butts and seats.
Well, we mentioned earlier, but it was also the marketing. Yeah. So the last time I remember a movie doing a marketing effect like this was Deadpool, the original Deadpool. Yeah. Where there was commercials and they placed him at Comic-Con and he was laying Deadpool on the bear rug. Comic-Con. Yeah, like that was the last time I remember a movie doing marketing like Barbie did, and clearly it works because that broke records for an R-rated movie. So it clearly works when you do it and when you do it right. And if you're able to do that, your movie's going to make money no matter what the topic is.
I do wonder, because I've seen a lot of people talking about the marketing for movies and some people saying like, I didn't see any marketing for Haunted Mansion.
That's why a shit ton of marketing for
that's why I was going to bomb. But I'm like, how many people are not watching cable anymore, have ad blockers up on everything, don't read magazines, don't, do this, that, and the other that you would have normally seen ads on. So yeah, you're not seeing the ads. You don't want to see the ads. You're hitting skip ad.
They had a
Mhm.
lot of advertisement for Haunted Mansion. They just decided to release it in July instead of.
Well, and it was also
October.
made for too much money. So.
That's Disney's issue.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh, yeah, but I mean that movie should not be made for over $150 million.
No.
One criticism I have, and it doesn't have to, it's not on Barbie. I sat before this movie watching previews for a half hour.
Yeah.
That's
They
a
are-
3 minutes.
Yeah.
They are out of control.
Yeah.
The movie
I always go late.
That's
to
how
try
it
to
was
skip
with Little
those.
Mermaid too. Little Mermaid had about 8 or 10 trailers before the movie started.
Because they know little kids
I-
are there and they want to like plant the seed in their heads.
Listen, if I don't know how long it was for Oppenheimer, but
I didn't have previews for Oppenheimer.
beautiful. Oh, that's right, because you had the
I
film.
did the 70 millimeter
They said
showing,
they literally couldn't add.
so they couldn't do previews for it.
Love that.
But I'm getting to the movie theater. 1:00 was my showing, maybe starting 1:15. The movie did not even start until 1:30. This movie is 2 hours.
Mhm.
So basically, I'm sitting in that seat for 2.5 hours on top of this. Like, people were not. That's a huge negative to me.
Yeah.
People
It's the same
would
reason.
go streaming.
It's the same
versus-
reason why like no one's seeing ads. Like most people, the general population, they don't watch movie trailers and then unless they're in the theater. So they're like,
Yeah.
we have to show these trailers or no one will see our movies.
And I mean, so I agree with you, but I will say just on the flip side, that's a large part how theaters make money, and
Yeah.
they need to make money. That's the
That's
problem.
fine, but they need to figure something out because a half hour. What if Oppenheimer was just a straight up 3-hour movie, but had previews before, and you're gonna be sitting there for 3.5 hours, half hour of it because of just previews.
Yeah, I mean that's
Get the
unfortunately it's kind of
outta
the time. It's just the time that we're in. Unfortunately, like
They assume if you're willing to sit there for 3 hours, you'll sit for 30 minutes extra
yeah,
if you have to. Like if you're
I
already
understand
there.
15 minutes. That fine. 20, okay, but a half hour is
Yeah.
insane to me. Like
I just go late.
another hour of at what point are we going to get to an hour of previews? It's like
it won't be an hour of previews.
I never thought they'd get to half hour. I remember when it was 5-10.
I'd be
I
curious.
I don't ever
if-
remember a time where it was 5 or 10 minutes.
Well,
I'd
I'm
be-
older than you.
I'd be curious if they start
2 years.
upping the ticket prices and offering theater choices that have no previews. Like pay more
Okay.
for your movie ticket and we won't show you any ads or previews.
This was my thing. It was all the like Sprite, and
That's where the theaters make their money, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the movie
That's the
theater
theater
commercials.
but it was for the concession stand
I know
Yeah,
that's where the
how they
theaters
make
make
their
their money.
on their own concession stand.
Well, Coke is
Yeah.
paying them for that advertisement, though, Brian.
They don't make
Yeah.
any money. Like they make
Off of
hardly
ticket
any money
sales.
off ticket sales. It's all concessions.
Yeah.
Well, my butt's already in the seat with my
Just
snacks
start going
that
later.
that I just spent 30 minutes eating all of the snacks that I just bought for this movie before it even started. All my
Just start
cookie
going
dough
later.
bites done by the time
Just-
I even.
I mean, you've seen all the trailers that are in front of the movie anyway. Just start going later.
I actually prefer to eat if I get any food, which I almost never do. But if I had nachos or something, I try to eat those before it starts because I'll be
Me
the
too.
one when the movie's like silent.
Yeah.
I'll be like crunch.
If it is a crunchy, loud snack, I will rush
Yeah.
fast, especially nachos.
Also, I can't see
popcorn
it.
is-
I'll be like, it's too dark.
yeah, even popcorn's sometimes a little annoying.
Yeah.
I don't know. My tummy can't handle popcorn butter.
Oh, that's the best. Oh,
it is the
stuff
best.
my
but
face during Oppenheimer. I was just like, I just ate a whole bag of popcorn. All right. Well, that conversation kind of spiraled, which I'm glad it did because very important conversation regarding kind of theater business, but then obviously everything going on with Barbie as well. So thank you both for leading that conversation as Jill and I are kind of just hanging out back here, listening to everything that's going on. So
I've been trying to think what each Molly, like how we said this Ken's job is. I've been trying to think of what all of ours would be. I don't know what mine would be.
Something else, and I know we need to wrap up shortly, but one other thing that I will say that has been a really interesting and great thing happening is like Alex asked me after the movie on the way home, do I do any of the things like the Godfather thing, like the, let me show you how to use Photoshop thing. He was like, do I do any of that? And I'm seeing people on TikTok and on Instagram say, my husband, my boyfriend asked me if they were doing any of those things and how they could change. And I was like, that's perfect.
And does he?
Actually, not really. He's pretty good about that. But as soon as it does happen, I'll be like, you're kidding me right now.
Stop being a Ken. You're such a Ken.
Everyone,
don't be a Ken, be an Alan.
Be an Alan. Oh, poor Alan.
Jill and I will get what's going on at one point.
I really can't wait for you and Gabby to go see it because I think you both will adore.
Do you want to see it, Jill?
I'm not in like a rush to see it. I'll probably see it eventually, but I'm not like I need to go tomorrow.
Yeah.
I have a feeling because of its success, it'll probably be on Max very quickly.
Yeah.
It's gonna, especially before. Well, I guess school is actually back in session pretty quickly here, but I was gonna say before the holidays come around, it's gonna be up on Max very quickly because a lot of people are gonna be watching the holidays.
The second the money starts slowing down is probably when they'll do it. Like,
well, luckily it doesn't have much in front of it, so it has a little time to make a little bit more money. The only things coming out are the Meg and Blue Beetle, so I don't know how much those are going to affect.
Meg 2.
The Meg 2 comes out, I think, this weekend, which it's Shark Week. It was, so I was all about sharks last week, and I did the Jaws stuff for trivia on Patreon, so I'm kind of like in the shark stuff. So I'll go watch the Meg 2.
You're in the shark stuff.
I'm in the shark stuff. All right, everybody. Oh, Tim, thank you so much for reminding me. Appreciate it. All right, one last super chat from Tim before we wrap it up here. 50% chance Barbie overtakes Super Mario Bros. As the highest box office grossing movie of the year. Will you take the over or under? Over. Yeah. No question.
I think that'll happen.
Yeah, probably.
At least domestically.
Yeah,
I'll take
the domestic.
Do we know what was Mario? What did it hit?
I think it made $1 billion.
It made $1 billion internationally.
When we were in San Diego, we went to a bar that it was like during the day, and they had it all decked out like Super Mario themed, which we were like, oh, that's fun. It's for Comic-Con, whatever. We went in there full of children, and they had the Mario movie up on all the TVs, and they were just like.
So Mario made $1.355 billion, but it made 574 in the U.S. and Canada.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Barbie domestically will make more.
It's already domestically close to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think, if I'm not wrong. And
internationally,
then, it's gonna beat it. I would not be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised either, but Mario is so much more popular internationally than Barbie is. I believe.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if Barbie is the highest grossing movie by the end of the year.
Yeah, because
there's no, off the top of my head, like there might be bigger movies that people are looking forward to, but and as much as I love it and I'm obsessed with it, Dune 2 is not making that type of money. So
there's not enough people like age groups.
There's not a
Dune
lot
might not
that's
make
coming
it
out
this year.
They already said they're not delaying it, Brian.
They did say officially?
Yes. No. There's not a lot coming out the rest of the year that has a chance of getting that kind of money. So there's a chance that Barbie is the highest.
Ninja Turtles might do a Spider-Verse kind of surprise.
I
I don't
hope
think
so.
it's gonna make as much. I don't think it's gonna make as much, but it could be like a. Like
I hope
a
so.
Spider-Verse
I would love to see
scenario.
it because it's apparently getting good reviews too, which
It
is
looks
super
great.
exciting.
They
so.
have upped the marketing for that too. I think.
Yeah, it
'cause
looks
I've been
really
seeing more.
really good.
Did you see they brought the guy that said
I like
"I like
turtles.
That-
Yeah, I did see that. See, that's
they
smart.
found him as an adult.
That's
That
smart.
100% was Seth Rogen that thought of that.
Yeah.
Like that guy 100% was the one that thought of that.
Companies are like, wait, memes, all in.
To be honest, and it's actually not a huge budget for that movie. Between 70 and 80 million.
Yeah.
No, it'll be a massive profit. All right, that's gonna wrap it up, everybody. Thank you for watching live, hanging out, talking all of this nonsense with us. We appreciate you all. Nothing going on the rest of the week for us regarding anything Patreon wise or live, unless Brian wants to play some video games. I'm leaving that up to him. It's his first week back at school, so I highly doubt that.
This week, hell no.
We'll keep you updated on when POV when POV plays comes back to life. But for now, we're gonna be live every Monday, hanging out. If you want more stuff just like this, check out the Patreon. We did trivia last week. We had a watch along yesterday. It was Grease. And then August is going to be a little bit of all over the place because we're kind of all over the place as a group. But you will be getting stuff, and we will be pushing out content, which is always fun. So, Chuck, really good to see you, by the way, buddy. Good to see you, Chuck. Hope everything's doing well over there. Thank you so much for popping in, as well as to everybody else. All of our socials, links, channels, everything is down below in the description. Everybody check that out down there, especially Threads. If you're on Threads, we're on Threads, not just personally, but the channel as well. So go ahead and check those out as X kind of
Shits the bed.
fades into non-existence. So we shall see. Hope everyone has a great rest of your night and week, and we'll catch you guys next time. Bye, guys.